Looks about as good as anything. Perfect. I think we are live. Yes, I'm positive we're live. Looks pretty good too. It's amazing what technology can do if you put a few bucks into it. All right, we'll see who's here, and we'll go from there. It sounds about as good as anything. And I got a few things to say to open up with. Ugh. All right, let's see. All right, not bad. Well, welcome to the Q&A. And unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond our control, little Miss Mimi, or Victoria as known to the rest of you, is not feeling very well. She strained her back, so sitting in one of these chairs would not be very comfortable for her. So I am giving her the night off. But she was nice enough to cut all the names and put them into the box of goodness, which I'll be explaining very shortly. um, let's see. Yeah, it seems like she just woke up this morning and she wasn't feeling too hot, and her back was bothering her, and well, no Victoria tonight. But I think she'll be back next week, hopefully, if she's feeling any better, and hopefully uh, she'll feel a lot better. She didn't look too hot. Um, she was quite sore, so she's laying down. Take it easy. I told her, don't worry, I got this. Um, at 8 o'clock tonight, tonight's live stream will probably be about an hour, maybe a little bit more than that, depending on how many people and questions and how long it takes me to take care of all this. I have an sit down with Barry Reynolds, and that'll be on his channel. I liked it, so there's a link under my liked videos, and you guys can see where that'll be tonight. If you're interested, you can watch as I'm interviewed by this gentleman, and I will not be holding back. So if you're expecting some kind of powder puff thing, don't, because that's not me. Let's see here. And boy, can anybody hear or see me? Let's start with that. Hello? No? Hmm, nothing. I wonder if we're live. Says we're streaming. If anybody can just send a quick message and say, I can hear you. That would help. Oh, yeah, there we go. Frothy Gome. That's a good one. Hearing and seeing. Okay, does it look all right? We got the 1080 going and all that fun stuff. Like I said, okay, great. Now I know everybody's here. How you doing? Good to see everybody. All right, so like I was saying, Mimi's out of Hey Pete, how you doing? Analysts, Family Showdown. Boy, everybody's here. Good. See, I got this down now. I got this down to a science now. Um, like I said, Mimi wasn't feeling too well. 30-second delay. That's right. I forgot about that. All right, you know what it is. I keep the OBS. I switched over to OBS instead of using the wire or live wire or whatever it is, and it seems to um, work a lot better, especially when I was doing the whole two camera thing, which was a nightmare. And that's the other thing I got to try to figure out is, we had a great time with the talisman, and you were able to switch between the two cameras, and you could see everybody arguing, and then, if you didn't want to watch that, you can watch the board. But when it taped and it finally uploaded, you couldn't switch between the two cameras. So that's another thing I have yet to figure out. Best wishes to Victoria. I will pass them on to her. Hopefully she's watching in the other room. Well, let me answer a first question here real quick. I got a question for you. Are you going to finish the Rum and Bone video of the other figures? Yes, I am going to do that live. I was going through it. I am going to do that live. I've got I got enough where I can do a live paint through and then be done with it, and then I'm going to try to coax the kids into playing it, because we've yet to play that game because we've been doing about 19 other things. Oh, so like I was saying, the Barry Reynolds interview tonight, that ought to be interesting. Nobody's ever interviewed me, and probably after this, nobody ever will want to. Like I said, I started watching some of the guys' interviews, and I was quite interested how canned everybody was, and how you doing, Clinton? How not so much canned, but they were more selling themselves instead of an idea. And boy, I'm gonna shoot it. It's gonna look like Swiss cheese when I'm done with it. How you doing, Uncle May? Unfortunately, Uncle May, named after Uncle Ben and Aunt May. Pretty cool name. See, I remember a lot of things. Unfortunately, Miss Victoria is not feeling well today, so we are short of her. And I was thinking we were going to have Miss Janice, but I think she might be busy with her dragons. I'm not too sure. Oh, well, we got a bunch of people here. Let's see how many people we got here. See if we can break any records. We're over 10. We're doing good. Wow, 21. I'm killing it. Hope you've been enjoying the reviews I've been doing. I've got a few more that I'm going to be doing, and they're going to be quite interesting. But let's finally talk about this that we'll be drawing later. Now, Mimi took everybody's name and put it into here. Now, the way this is going to work is I am going to draw 10 names, okay? And I'm going to write them all down. Then, where is this Benny? I'll address that in a minute, Mario. I'm sorry. I'm going to write everybody's name down, and then I'm going to contact you with a certain word, okay? And I'm going to do that by clicking on your thing and sending you a private message. You're going to respond to my email, okay, which is novaprime860 at hotmail.com. I almost forgot it myself. And what you're going to do is you're going to email me that keyword that I'm going to tell you, okay? That way I know it's you. Then I will send you a code, okay? I do not know what the codes would be, okay? I don't know who's going to win what, because the codes are just going to come to you, and whatever you use them at Cool Stuff, they will come up as whatever amount, okay? And that's how it's going to be. There could be $10 codes, there could be 20, there could be 50, there might even be more than that, okay? Then what's going to happen is, after that is completed, now you have 1 week That means from today to the next time I come on Q&A, hopefully what Mimi is, with Victoria. Sorry, Mimi's her nickname. You will have till then to get me back that code word. If not, your prize will be rolled over into the next drawing. Your name will stay in here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video, and then you guys are going to do the whole process again. So that means your names will be in here, but they'll be able to be in here for a second time for next month. Now, depending on if I hear from Markets Miniature Market, they may be the sponsor next month, or it'll just be Cool Stuff again. Miniature Market, yeah. It depends on who I go with as far as sponsorship and so forth and so on, and how things work out, and if things even work out. Either way, this will go on to next month. So next month, March 1st or 2nd or whatever Wednesday falls in, your names will be, again, whatever we collect in that month will be put in here, and then we will draw certificates once again. Hopefully everybody understands that. If you don't get it, you can watch it back later when this uploads. It's very, very simple. Now, let's answer some questions. Lots of hope Victoria gets better. Yeah, she strained her back or something, and she's not doing too happy. And when Victoria's not happy, nobody's happy. You know, she's in a lot of pain. Nobody likes to see her hurt, that's for sure. Let's see. Hope she feels better. Yeah, me too. It's always good to have her here. I miss when she's not here with me. Where's this Barry Reynolds interview? He's doing it live, and it'll be on his YouTube channel, which is, I believe, Barry Reynolds. Underneath my liked videos, you will find that I liked his, it says interview with Rob Warren. So I believe that you can go right there and click on that to see it. And it starts at 8 o'clock. Hi, Rob. Barry was pretty cool guy when I did my interview. Looking forward to seeing yours. Yeah, mine's going to be a little different, I think, because I think some of the questions that you got and everything, I think I'd be a little rougher with. I think YouTube personalities are sometimes, the more I see of them, the more how ridiculous I think they are. Not you, my friend, Mr. Catweasel. You're a good dude. You're one of the few people I like. On the show, I have to head favorite non-miniature game. My favorite non-miniature game. Non-miniature game. Right now, I have to say Camel Cup. We have so much fun with that game. And we played it like a million times. It's like one of our favorite games. And when they like it and they're laughing and have a good time, that's fun. And I really enjoy that. So that popped to my head immediately. So I'd have to say Camel Cup. Now, if I sat here and thought about it, I'd probably bring up like 19 war games, about 15 other games, and just sit here and scratch my head. Pete says, good job on the AVP review on Dice Tower. Thank you very much. Some good comments from the subscribers. Yeah, I was very happy with that. I was very, very happy with the fact that, you know, a bunch of videos came out at the same time on that channel, and the people that watched it blew those numbers away and really made that a very successful video for them. I think it's good. I think it's something that's missing on their channel, so I don't mind doing it. If you notice, I have a copy of it on my channel. I like to keep everything documented. How many hours from now is 8 o'clock? I will say 2 hours from now. 2 hours. Manlis, so unfortunate they're discontinuing Golem Arcana. Got the game, and I think it was really innovative. What went wrong? Well, I'm glad you asked that, because if everybody can hold on to their questions for a minute. Hey, this is going to take 30 seconds. Tammy, if you're watching, can you send Justin out here, please? We're going to send the boy out. He's going to be the special guest today. And we're going to talk a little bit about a few things, so I think you guys will enjoy this. Anyways, he's the champ, and he deserves to be here for 10 minutes. We're going to take 10 minutes of his time. Meanwhile, I answer some of these things. Cool. Camel Cup is one of our favorites, too. We'll have to play that at the Dice Tower Con. Take care. See you next time. Hey, take it easy. And everybody, please support the Family Showdown. It's a very good channel. I really enjoy what he does with his kids. They're trying to build something there, and that'd be great. And the same thing with Cat Weasel, a great guy. If you watch his stuff, very polished, very professional. Probably, I mean, I couldn't even do things as well as he does things, and he's just doing a fantastic job. So, really support him. So, The Walking Dead, All Out War by Mantic just hit Kickstarter. I'm worried about the minis and the customer service after your review of Dungeon Saga. Thoughts? I want to believe in Mantic. I'm already, just by what I saw of the game, they're trying to make it too much like the comic book. And I just don't know if it's going to work. Now, I looked at the Kickstarter. I hope they have a successful. I mean, I said this about the Alien versus Predator thing, and that is that in all reality, IPs don't really work with board games that often. And when you have to take and put The Walking Dead to something, which is probably the hottest show on TV right now, I'll be honest with you, that's a little scary for me. Rob, you played sports. I'm guessing football, wrestling. Now the real question: what got you into gaming, and how? I don't know if I said this before. Just give me a second here. I want to try to get the boy out here. So I'm going to text now because I tried the camera angle and that did not work. I figured my family would be supporting me and watching. Not to be. Oh, my wife. I have to text because I don't want to scream out into the house. Send Justin. Plus the house is so large. It's hard. To be honest with you, I've always been into sports, but my passion always has been board gaming, Dungeons and Dragons, those type of things. You got to remember, I hit that rare age when all those things were just coming in, the Atari age. When all this stuff was coming, I was at the cusp of it. I was at the age where I can grasp it and want to enjoy it. So, it's very funny that there's such division in high school or school in general, where people are so separated. I gravitated, and I don't know why they call people geeks. I think it's insulting, but I gravitated more to the geeks instead of hanging out with all the athletes. I played with them, but I wouldn't spend my time with them. I would actually spend more time playing Dungeons and Dragons and such. And speaking of which, speaking of the master of all things, it is the world champion himself. Here, I'll move over a little bit. All right, let's see if I can even get you in the shot here. There we go. Okay, going back to Golem Arcana. Now, if you noticed, we put up a live play that we're going to do of Golem Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
But the big question was, and it's kind of just really, really perfect how this came into be, is they're discontinuing Golem Arcana. Lily, you're not answering any questions tonight. Dumb cat. They asked, what do they think they went wrong? And this is something that you and I kind of not talked about, but not even so much talked about as much as kind of butted heads a little bit. Because to me, there was no story there that you can gravitate to.
Well, I think what went wrong with it was the game was innovative in the fact that it's part video game and part board game.
Right.
But I think the biggest problem with it was the whole golems. The fact that it's golems and that it's a fantasy based game, but all you're dealing with is you have golems with like little riders on the back. It's cool, but it's too it's kind of like you have blinders
You
on
could,
where
yeah,
it's a narrow look at fantasy in general.
yeah.
We were talking last night and I said like you could have orcs and goblins and trolls and dragons.
And this is the point that we made. If they took elves and orcs, this game would have been through the roof and still be going today because you would have added dragons and everything else to it because that's something you familiarize yourself. You can picture different things. You can come up with different things. When you have these factions that you really don't get behind the models, and then, excuse me, great game, but then they give you the same model and then they put it in a set. They change the color of it, okay, change a couple abilities of it, but say that's a total different faction.
Well, I didn't mind that so much because they were still making the new models.
I did if you couldn't get behind the game.
Well, yeah.
If you couldn't feel, you see, I like playing the game with you, and we enjoy playing the game against each other.
It's one of my favorite games.
Yeah, but the reason it's not going on, do you think you would have liked it more if it was tanks and army guys?
Maybe, yeah.
And my thing that I always said that would have knocked this thing out of the park is if somebody did mechs.
Yeah.
If it was a battle tech type of game where you took and you put that up against robots with auto cannons and all that kind of stuff, you get into that.
That would have been cool.
That would have been great. Because then you could have added different types of vehicles. You could have had mechs. You could have had tanks. You could have had infantry even on the stand. You could, if you took the old mech warrior and put that, pick her up.
Yeah. This cat.
This cat is 17.
17, I think.
Yeah, and we have to be held all the time, or else we'll cry. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. All right. Now shut up. We're on. We're live. You got something to say too? Go ahead. Now's your chance. Now you get a chance to talk to everybody, and you don't want to say a thing. Cat's ridiculous. So if you took the old mech warrior from WizKids and you put those bases on it and you made it where you can do all that, you've got a home run guaranteed.
Yeah.
And if you did it with spaceships, and if you did it with a few other things, the golem thing, people liked it, but then they went, okay, well, what's really next? And I don't get the whole vibe behind it.
I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with having your own idea for a game.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's good. That's what you should do is have your own like a unique idea.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be careful not to make it like too weird. I think that's like the wrong word to use to describe it, but it was kind of weird.
The universe was really out there,
Yeah.
and you couldn't give it. I'm telling you, you had knights in armor, okay, and orcs. We're not even talking about this right now. We're talking about home run. I mean, we're talking, okay, when's the next set coming out? And I'm telling you, everybody backs it. I think it was too ambitious of a project in the fact that you're breaking out something totally new, but what you have to do is come with something that people can't get behind and that's familiar. And the simple thing, make your own orcs, make your own, armies or whatever, or however you wanted to do it, that would have been a home run. And that's what I feel.
I agree.
While you're here, this is your time to gloat about
winning talisman.
About winning talisman.
How I died 2 times and still won talisman.
Yeah.
Still talking about that every day.
Yeah, it is considered the greatest comeback in talisman history in our home.
That's pretty good.
It's legendary. And then the speech at the end.
I was reading online a lot of people discussing talisman, and they're like, don't give up hope if you die. There's still a chance you can win. but honestly, to die 2 times, come on, that's pretty good.
I've got to admit, for me, it was absolutely legendary. And we will be revisiting Talisman in March because March is
The new
Cataclysm,
expansion
the
for it.
whole middle board, which is going to change the game totally.
Does it change the just the inner region or
The entire middle board is changed.
the actual game board?
The game board is changed.
See, I haven't looked at it after.
I have, so believe me, I'm studying like you. There was a question here for you. Justin, what's some of your favorite games?
Uh, for board games,
Anything.
probably one's
Ones that pop to your head.
Talisman, obviously. That's the
Mhm.
easy one. PS4 games, I'm Fallout 4, Skyrim, games like that. I like more RPG games. Golem Arcana is one of my favorite games. As far as the games we have here,
You
Blood
didn't.
Bowl,
We played.
we haven't played that in a while.
Yeah, Blood Bowl. You liked. What were we playing for a while that we really liked? We have so much stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot. I like almost all of these games, but to pick favorites is kind of hard.
All right.
Because I could pick like 20 or 30 that I really like.
Maybe we'll do a Justin top 20 of all time, and then we'll do everybody's all of all time. All right, let me, because I'm behind on questions here, and the last one was family thing. Yeah, so you're the champ. So going into this weekend, I'm all the stuff that we ordered
Mm-hmm.
will be here next Wednesday. So next Thursday, we're
I don't know what they're saying.
oh, I don't know what they're saying. Next Wednesday, we are doing our Thursday. Next Thursday, we are doing a live Golem Arcana. It's more or less Camel Cup.
Oh, Camel Cup. Yeah, Camel Cup's one of my favorite games too.
We're doing Golem Arcana, full out battle. We're thinking what, 2,000 points aside?
If you want to, sure.
Yeah. We're gonna have 2 cameras. It's gonna be actually pretty cool. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this, and it'll give you a chance to decide if this is a discontinued game that's going to be it's 50 to 60% off.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that you can go get, and you can actually go play, and we're going to show it to you, demo it, bring it out to you, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. All right, so that's next Thursday.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Camel Cup. Nope, don't do it till the very end, young lady. Do you want a chair? Okay. Little Miss Victoria is not feeling too well. You can see it. All right. Hey, if you want to, if Janice wants to come out and co-host,
Sure.
maybe we'll substitute and we'll have a guest co-host today. So let me answer some of these questions. Walking Dead, we answered that one. I answered the sport thing. I was more into hanging with those guys than the jocks. And I learned so much from them, and I just never stopped. The price for the base pledge for Walking Dead is high for a lot of people. Listen, when Manic comes out, it's a big company and it can survive. It is actually all it's doing there is basically telling you pre-order it from us, and we'll throw you some extras. That's the way I see it. The White Walker is here. Warlord are bringing out some new rules, Project Z, and you can use your own figures. Some going for that instead. Project Z. Top cat, yeah. Lily is the top cat. We have 3 cats, dog, children. Let's see, what's LMAO? I have a cat just like that, in the way of being held and center of attention. Oh! Well, now we did it. Why don't you bring over the chair and come sit down? Because you're going to be doing the drawing later on. Come on. Well, we have Miss Janice, who's going to talk a little bit about Talisman as well. Well, we got her here. Let's see. I'm just finishing, trying to catch up with these questions. The mechanics are there. It's a shame to let it go to waste. It was kickstarted, you know. Yeah, it was a very successful Kickstarter, and they fulfilled it not too late, but on time. But I think people are still waiting for some things, and I think they'll fulfill it. They seemed like a decent company. It was ambitious, you know, Golem Arcana,
which I've never played, which I'll
which
be playing for the first time.
yeah, man, Victoria got ugly. They were talking about Justin.
Oh.
They thought we're going back. It wasn't you. Okay. LOL. Just so long as we get more epic speeches, just like Justin's victory speech.
The speech is pretty.
That was pretty active. Okay. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Yeah, here's trouble is right.
Meow.
I am a huge Walking Dead fan, but the models.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. You can raise
New
your hand.
season. Valentine's Day.
But the models are not that great, and the price is a bit high for me. I want Ninja Turtles, which started today. Yeah, they're doing a Ninja Turtle game. They're doing a Walking Dead game, which
I don't
you
know
didn't
how
even
I
know
feel about
that.
Ninja Turtles. I know Ninja Turtles because like my childhood, so it's just kind of incorporated into my whole growth and being. But it was nothing that I was ever like super obsessed with, like Walking Dead, which I'm obsessed with. So I would like to play the Walking Dead game. The story games on the PlayStation are actually really good because you get them through the different perspectives of like random characters that all the different games have. You get it through the what happened through all the different characters. So like what happened in the city, what happened in the suburbs around Atlanta, and what happened to other places that don't take place in the comics. Like you get a whole other perspective, and your decisions and what you say determine like the entire game, like who dies, who's your friend, who you have to kill. Like it gets really intense, and you like get an emotional attachment to the characters. It's pretty.
That's a lot of games that we have that we get that way. Can Janice let us know her favorite games?
Video board games.
Or we'll start with board games. Top 5 board games.
Okay, top 5s for sure. Talisman.
Yeah.
Um,
That game got big legs in this house.
I love Disc Duelers.
Disc Duelers.
And you know, even though we've only played it once, I really like Dungeon Saga a lot.
Yeah, well, we're going back to that. I mean, we really are going to go back to that. We're going to do the campaign. I think it's a good one.
I'm trying to think.
Camel Cup.
There's so many good top 5.
Camel Cup. Let's see. We play.
Camel Cup's one of my all-time favorites too.
Hey, that's my fish.
No, that game made me
Mad.
frustrated.
Oh God.
I love Sushi Go.
Sushi Go.
Oh, I like the card version of that dungeon game we played.
Dungeon Roll.
Yep. I like dungeon crawls and any like dungeon game where you can level up a character or your character has abilities. Anything like that I really like as well.
Okay. Very good. We'll get back to that. There's a question here. Is it Jan or Janice? Or do you mind?
Janice, and I kind of do mind. My name is awesome, so it's spelled the cool way, so I don't want it to be cut short.
Does Victoria prefer Vic or Victoria? Well, neither one of you are Janice or Victoria, because Victoria is Mimi. You're Pretty Princess.
I'm a lot of things. Pretty Princess, Half Pint,
2.0. 2.0. How about video games? What do you think of the new Final Fantasy Explorer?
I haven't played it yet. I started to play today, and I was in the middle of creating my avatar, and then dinner was done. So I like all Final Fantasy games, and I'm really into online games. I played Final Fantasy 11 for 5 years. I played Final Fantasy 14. I played Terra. I've played Eve Online, which is
great game.
Really, really, really good. So I love RPGs. I'm really excited for the new remake of Final Fantasy VII with all the beautiful graphics. It's gonna be the best thing in the world. I like Mass Effect. The Fear series is one of my all-time favorite PC series ever. I grew up on Half-Life.
Yeah,
I love Half-Life. Um, old Resident Evils, the old Tomb Raiders. I love the old Tomb Raiders.
How come you haven't sat down and played
I know
the
Tomb
new
Raiders, like she was like my inner ego growing
the new
up.
one is like awesome.
I heard really good stuff about the new ones. I like the
Nobody
old
likes to sit and play
Warcraft
with me.
games, the old StarCraft games. I love games like that as well. So,
Okay. Who is the most vicious board game player in the family? I'll let you take that one first. Because I know my answer.
I think it's me. I get really personal. I never thought
She
myself to
gets
be
so
so competitive.
mad.
I was like, I never really thought I was competitive, and then
The
I'm.
cry out on Saturday was, you and Victoria are teaming up. Because nobody wants to go after you and listen to you for a whole half hour. Oh, is this the way it's gonna? Oh, okay, Justin. Justin, you're a blankety blank blank. I'll never forget that one on a tape.
Oh, when we played, what was it? It was that
It was
dungeon.
that dungeon. It was
It
just
was like
called Dungeon.
it was called Dungeon, and I was like a wizard, and I was in the middle of. I was about to win this game. I had all the money. It's whoever gets the most gold and gets back to the center wins. I was just about to win this game, and then I got in a situation where another player has to roll the dice and it determines what happens to you. And Dad rolled double sixes, and I lost everything, and my character instantly died. And Justin just gets up and starts laughing. I mean, I've met so excited, laughing. I think that's the most angry I've ever been in a game.
No, no,
No, probably
no.
not, but pretty close. That was the kicker. The thing to start all things.
Okay, what did you think of the spin-off series Fear of the Dead? Fear of the Walking Dead, actually.
It's actually pretty good. I really like the mom in the show. She's a cool chick. I really like her a lot. Um, the son's a little bit of a pansy, the drug addict kid. He's kind of I feel like he's just like a little bit of I don't know. But the black guy's really cool. They have what they're doing. They're introducing a new character into the second season. If you were watching Walking Dead, they were playing 90-second segments during commercial breaks that takes place on a plane. And one of those characters on the plane is going to end up being in season 2 of Fear the Walking Dead. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty sure it's this kid who has like a Justin Bieber haircut. So, but it's pretty good so far.
And just a quick reminder before we answer a couple more questions here. Don't forget that Barry Reynolds interview at 8 o'clock. At the end of our thing, we're going to be drawing from the box of goodness. And, of course, we have a live playthrough this weekend, I believe.
I don't have to work, so I'm pumped.
And we're going to be starting that early, like 3 o'clock. So a lot of you guys that are overseas, maybe if you're around, you listen to Saturday night, you got better things to do than watch us. But we're trying to make it so everybody can see it. And we will be playing 4 games for the championship, which is currently held by
Justin for the last 2.
For the last
I haven't
2.
won a championship. I won the first ever official belt championship. I won it, and I have not won a championship since.
For those of you that have not dug deep into the channel, we play Saturday night board game championship. We play 4 games. 4 people play. Whoever comes in first gets 4 points. Second, 3.
It's
2,
4,
1.
3, 2, and 1.
If
So
if
even
you
the
tie,
last place person still gets points because it helps. Like, let's just say I win first, and then I win last in the second one, and then that person wins first. Those points get added, so everybody gets points.
Exactly. So, and then we tally it up at the end. If there's a tie, we have a playoff 5th game.
Yeah.
But it's usually ugly, and usually ends with Camel Cup.
Camel Cup's like the best game.
I know it is.
It's such a good game.
What is the name of the video game you just mentioned? I grew up with 80s cartoons. Don't know if I like pizza because of them, or I like the cartoon because they love pizza. Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, it has to be Ninja Turtles.
What's the, oh yeah.
Matt says Final Fantasy VII is the best Final Fantasy ever.
That game is my heart and soul. I remember my friend and I
I
when
thought we were your heart and soul, your family.
well, Final Fantasy is a close, close second. I remember getting that
Remember,
game,
this is on tape. It's played forever. You gotta be careful what you say.
and getting the big study guides. Like when PlayStation
God,
first came out,
they
and they
were
were
like
like
that
this
thick.
thick. It was a Bible. And I remember sitting there. I would get up at 4 in the morning on the weekends and get on this game and play and read. I put so much into that game, so much, and the characters are just
Mario says
future
the new
cosplay.
Tomb Raiders are super good. See, when I'm sitting there playing them,
And it looks so pretty. I watched him
no, you're
play.
too busy. No, you're too busy doing something else. Let's see. Mala said, so many hours spent on Final Fantasy VII, so many memories.
I'm like, when the new one comes out, I'm pretty sure
We'll never see you again.
you'll never. I'm gonna play it to the end of time.
Bob 101, hi, Rob and Vic. Unfortunately, Vic is ill today, so we have Janice, who we'll be seeing a lot more of, from Perth, Australia. Right there. Gee, what time is it there? It's got to be in the
It's
morning.
12 hours difference. So
I don't think it's 12.
I think it's a 12-hour
Is it 12?
difference.
What time is it in Australia? There we go. We'll get an answer. Curtis Clift is a Kiwi. Yay. Malice, you should do Dungeon Quest and Wiz War live. Dungeon Quest, we like that one.
I like dungeon games. I'm always
The
up for
one
a good dungeon.
where everybody virtually died. Remember that?
Oh, the one where it was you.
It was you had to put the tiles in. The
Okay,
tiles
yeah.
and the sun is going down.
That game was hard.
That game's great though.
Remember, I died. Oh man, and I had to start all over.
Mm-hmm.
And every missed day, the minute you die, you pretty much it's a lost cause.
You're done.
And I forgot to mention, Castle Panic is a good game. I really like the Wizard.
Yeah, we only put the the Wizard Tower in there. I was so wrapped up in that dual camera thing, I really didn't get a chance to enjoy it. But I like to try the Dark Titan, which we have here. Let's see. So when you play Dungeon Side campaign, does this mean the girls are going to do up costumes? They do.
I could.
We've done it before.
I could.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Malice, get your victory speeches worked. You really have to overcome the sheer epicness of Justin the White Walker.
I need to actually win. I haven't won in a while.
I've never won the belt.
I'm really good at making it hard for people to win though. So like in a weird way I have my own personal wins, because when I know that someone thinks they're going to lose because I did something to make it like impossible and then they win, I'm like, at least I made you suffer a little while. Very conniving in that
Ticket
sense.
to Ride live play possible. That's a good one. Ticket to Ride.
Oh, what about that game that we really liked was the Colt Express?
Colt Express. That was another good one too.
That was a fun one.
We gotta revisit that. That was a test.
Oh my god, I almost had that game and then I just didn't get the right cards to get the baggage.
Let's see. Matt says, once when I was in the army and everyone was on leave, but me at Christmas, I spent hours trying to get the gold chocobo, rebooting and trying again.
Oh man, I love the online. Like in the new one, when you got your chocobos on 14, you can you choose pretty much your faction, and then you got to like customize them with armor and stuff, which was really awesome. And chocobos were like your way of getting around anywhere, because walking would take forever. Forever.
That was, oh God, I was just thinking of the games that we played. We played Tumble and Dice, which was pretty good. When we try to play cooperative games, if they have some kind of little side thing that you can be the best, win,
Like
will
in
not
Legendary.
win, but win like Legendary or like Castle Panic. It becomes a bloody battle every single time. I
You
mean,
need to
it's
give
just,
me this card so I can get all the points. Pretty much.
but then we lose. Well, I'd rather lose and have us all die than watch you win.
Pretty much. Oh my gosh, remember? Funny story. Speaking of competitive, it was just me, Dad, and Justin, and we played Pitch Car. And I remember I was killing this game, and Justin was like suffering so bad. He was flicking the little cars, and they would just go flying. It took him like 10 turns to get over this ramp because we made like jumps, and he would flick it, and it would fall off. And then I remembered I won first and second on that
Yeah,
one
you
because we each
did.
got 2
Because
cars.
we each got 2 cars.
And then Justin did that epic one where he hit he hit Dad's car, and Dad's car hit his other car, and then the car went over into the finish line.
It's ridiculous.
Dexterity games like that are fun.
We got Super Dungeon Explorer to do, which I have some epic boards that are actually 3D boards that I need to get out there. Okay, let's see. Cult Express is a lot of fun. Have you guys played Flick 'em Up? I went on a Western kick and ordered a bunch of Western games from Cool Stuff Inc. Flick 'em Up.
That was the one game that like I think all of us played. Well, me, Justin, and Victoria, and we were disappointed. But we were all up in the hype with disc duelers because you have your characters and all your characters get skills, and then your characters can get items and all this stuff, and then flick them up. I mean, we played the basic way, but I remember playing and we weren't really into it because we were so excited about it, and then we were just like, that was it.
Yeah, I was really surprised because I had to pull teeth to get that copy. Um, I had to pull every string possible to try to, call on people, say, listen, do me a favor, hold it, I'm going to be there in about 15 minutes. I'll get it. Because they were selling out so quickly. And I got it. I got it here. I pumped it up because I tried it at the Dice Tower Con. And that's a whole story into itself. I don't even know if I should even tell that story. Well, I'm going to tell it anyways. There was a contributor for the Dice Tower, and I was looking at Flick 'em Up because they had a demo copy there at the Dice Tower Con. Well, this nice little couple, it was a married couple. They were a younger couple. It was a guy and his wife, and the contributor had come over and said, hey, do you want to play this? And of course the couple was all excited, and the girl was a little shy. You could tell that she doesn't play games, or she plays games but seemed a little reserved. So the guy went with the contributor, and I got the wife for a partner. And we're playing this game, and he's flicking the thing and knocking over her guys, and he is screaming, pumping his fist, going, yeah, like he won the World Series. And I'm like, oh my God, you have to be the biggest idiot on the face of the planet. This girl is just learning, doesn't play dexterity games, and you're pumping your fist like you're winning the World Series. So we play, and actually I get ticked off, and so I just crush him. I mean, absolutely crush him. And I didn't say anything. The thing is that later that weekend, I saw her again, and there was a pitch card tournament, and she was so hesitant to play because of what a jerk this guy was. Okay, and ever since I seen this guy, because he did 3 things that I said, you know something, you represent the Dice Tower. Okay, there is a certain responsibility that you have to have. Whenever people see you, they don't see you as you. They see you as they goes, there's that guy from the Dice Tower. That guy makes videos from the Dice Tower. Not, oh, hey, that's so-and-so. And I've always kept that in my head, because whenever I do anything, I also do work for the Dice Tower, and I owe it to them. Not that, and I owe it to this channel, I owe it to my children, and I owe it to everybody. to conduct myself a certain way. And that's basically being myself. So you get the same jerk every time. There you go. So that's that. So that's our experience with Flick 'em Up. We only played it once. We should revisit it.
Yeah, I think we're not gonna be as gung ho, but I mean,
It
there's
may
just
turn
supposed to
out to
be
be all
different.
right.
There's supposed to be like different versions you can play, and we played like the basic way.
Hmm. They need a Final Fantasy board game that could be
That would be
cool
cool.
dungeon crawl with many expansions. What
That'd
do
be
you think?
cool. With all the classic characters from all of them, from like at least from like 5 up.
Yeah, that's all I need to do is paint that, right? Be there. Yeah, from 5 up, all the characters. You
Good
know a
luck.
game we were really disappointed in? Speaking of disappointing games, World of Yoho. The two times,
Yeah,
the two times we tried it, we were having a good time just figuring it out, and then it crashed 2 times.
crashed on me, and I couldn't get back into the game. So then we just had to stop because there was no way. We would literally have to start a new game in order for me to get back into the game. And then not only that, since everyone had iPhones and I had an Android, there was like a delay with my movement, and I kept getting an error every time I tried to move, and then I'd have to pick up the phone, put it back down, pick up the phone, put it back down, and then it would let me move.
Hmm.
And it was getting frustrated. It would take me so long to take my turn that it was like,
It was murder.
yeah.
Do you guys have King? Well, do you guys have King of New York dice game with the big monsters like Godzilla? If so, have you done a live playthrough of it? No, we have Kings of New York. We didn't get. No, we have Kings of Tokyo. We do not have Kings of New York. Um, Justin didn't like that game.
Which one?
It's a game you haven't played yet. Justin and I tried it. He wasn't too thrilled with it. It didn't really strike us as something in our wheelhouse, which I'm kind of shocked at. But maybe we'll try it again with the girls and see what they think. They did like Rampage, the one where
Yeah.
you drop and eat the meeples.
Justin was being such a jerk in that game.
Justin's a jerk in every game. If Justin doesn't win, you know who brought him up. So that's all
Oh,
I'm gonna
that
say.
chili pepper game we played was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right there, Scoville.
I like this game. I like the glitter ghost pepper.
Okay, have you ever been to Gen Con? Are you thinking about going this year? I am considering it, and I'm considering taking the girls with me. I'm going to weigh it pretty heavily over the next 6 weeks and then come up with a decision. When will Battling Brushes be back? Very excited to see what you guys do with Spectre Ops. Unfortunately, Spectre Ops has been scrapped, and we are doing Arcadia Quest this month, and the first episode is this Saturday, to be exact. Yeah, people should be super nice to new gamers. Exactly. Especially if you are an experienced gamer as a contributor. But some people make it all about themselves, and boy, I've always got something to say about that. The scenarios make Flick 'em Up way better than the base game. For your information, yes, I was reading those, and we did one of the scenarios. We should have done them in a certain order. For some reason, it just didn't click with them because we did something easy. I'm sorry, was confused by the vid title. Hi, Jan. It's 7:45. Victoria was supposed to be here, but last minute she had to drop out because of her back. It's 7:45 a.m. in Perth, Australia.
So yeah, 12 hours. So it's about 13.
It's 11 hours. Yeah, 11 hours.
11 hours.
Yes. What a surprise to see you guys live while I have my morning cup of tea. Oh, there you go. Tea. I sold my copy of King of Tokyo's. It was a bit bland. Yeah. King of New York is way better. I've heard that. I just haven't added it to my list of, because every time I go, it's a big pile of something, and I just haven't put it in there. I've enjoyed watching you all play Dungeon Saga.
That game was like surprise. That game we all really liked. I remember we were all talking about it afterwards. We were like, that's
Yeah.
a game that we would all really like to play again.
When we talk about a game, we know it's good. My
Like-
friend has the whole Kickstarter, and it is fun, but we find the balance a bit out of whack. Keep up the great work. Well, you know, unfortunately, we got the retail, which is an unfortunate, but there's really not much there to really determine if there's a good balance. I mean, it's got the undead. I mean, we got a ton of it. We got the Return
We
of
got
Valor.
close.
Yeah, you guys did get close.
We got really close. We had one room
That was
left.
that was until I turned
and
it
then
on.
no, and then
And then I
Justin
went-
died. It was Justin's fault.
Oh, no, it was my superior rolling.
You were rolling good that day. Justin was.
That's
rolling
like
terrible.
we were playing Catacombs.
See, that was a game that me and Justin at first were
Which
like,
very excited about.
we were really excited about it, and then we finished it, and we lost terribly, by the way. But we liked it, and then that night we were talking about it, and we're like, Justin goes to me and he's like, you know what? I don't really like that game as much as I thought I'd like that game. There was just, I don't know, it seemed weird how the setup a little bit, like, where you can go from having one monster to having like 10 monsters, like between one phase to the other, like back to back, and at times it seemed a little unbalanced, and it just seemed like there was no hope. And even with like the flicking, like just some maps had all these barriers and stuff where you could actually really get like really buy yourself some time, and then some maps were just like completely opened, and you're like, well, I'm obviously gonna die now, especially when it's me versus 12 monsters who have like 2 HP each.
Hmm.
And you know, when you have like the sizing of the discs and stuff too, would make it really difficult when you had something this big with like 2 HP, and then you're like, well, good luck trying to take that out. So
And then I let you guys get a little farther, and then all of a sudden I just went on a rampage and just.
and some of like the skills that you could get, you know, because you could
They
purchase
didn't help.
some of the items you can get weren't really beneficial to your cause at all.
Mhm.
So it was like you can get all these items, but most of them aren't valid unless you have another card to go with it. Like that one with that creature that you could pull that takes out.
God.
And we didn't have the other counterpart, so we couldn't use it.
Mhm. I think since we got the expansion, that's something we may revisit. Maybe we'll do that live. Very cool. Cannot wait. Arcadia Quest is fun. No Overlord required.
Yeah,
Hi, you two. How are you? Question for Robert. Tom, Sam, Z. Snog, marry, or avoid? Well, first of all, I'm all man, so I'm not doing the first two, so I'll just avoid all three of them. How's like that? Hulk smash. Another thing is that we really like that we have to revisit, and we're waiting for the other thing to come out, is Time Stories.
That game is so good, and I tell you why it's good.
You know why we didn't finish it? Because you don't remember the story that well right now, do you?
Yeah, that's a game that you can play and be like, oh, I played it once through, I don't need to play it again. No, because you'll go back to it
Mm-hmm.
and you will not remember anything, not remember who drops what items, who does this, what follows this test. I mean, you could play that game probably a good 20 times before you actually maybe beat it.
Yeah.
It's hard, and you really like your decisions. Every single decision is important because you don't have a lot of time at all.
Mm.
And I know if you like lose, you can lose more time, or they give you more time, but then you get a lower grade. So then it makes you feel like, oh, we have more time, but then you're like, well, we're not going to get as many points in the end. But the story and the characters were really cool.
And we only played
the Asylum.
the Marcy case. That was the only one that we tried. No, we didn't play the Marcy case.
We only played the Asylum one, but we
Yeah,
had the
Asylum
expansion.
one. Yeah, we have the expansion. We're waiting for the next expansion. Was supposed to be out any day now. Have you played D&D Adventure System, and what do you think of them? I have played them. I like them. I think the first one, Echelon, I like it, but the cards were kind of not very good quality. They've gotten better in time, and um, the stuff's just better quality. And I really like that game. That's a game that you guys will really like, I think. And we could do it together because the system is automatic. The monsters move automatic, and it's just brutal. That's the best way to put it. We got way too, and then we got all over there
We have
games.
so many games. We could talk about games for months and still not get through
Years.
it because we'd get more games by the time we'd get to the other side. I want to revisit The Fury of Dracula.
Yeah,
That's a
we messed that
long
up.
game, but we messed up in a lot of ways
Mhm.
because I got confused a lot because then like I feel like you and I could have done better
Mhm.
if I would have picked up on some of the stuff that I didn't know we could do, and
And him being so sneaky.
yeah.
He's
I
so
had him at one point and then
somehow we let him out of our grasp.
so
Punk. Rob, will you be getting Zombicide Black Plague? Yes. That
isn't that a game that Vic really likes?
well, she likes. We have all the Zombicides, but she is looking at the Black Plague one is in medieval times, so it's really good. It's in a fantasy setting, and it's just 100% better than those there. But that is going to be really good, and that's something that I think comes out next Saturday. But then again, the Siege was supposed to be out yesterday, so I don't know what happened with that. Well, it was supposed to be out Saturday, but now it's I haven't seen hide nor hair of it, so we're waiting. Let's see. We played Return to Valandor recently, and in that one, we actually found several of the missions too easy for the heroes. Would really love to see you play some of that. I think when you get the adventure companion, I think the missions, if you want to do the campaign, you can do the campaign. But I think what I really like and that really helps that game is the adventurer's companion, because then you can set up your own campaign and level up things.
See, I like stuff like that.
Yeah, after each adventure, and just make the dungeons random.
Making upgrades and
I
yeah.
think the dungeons being random and then picking out a villain and saying, okay, you're going to have to deal with this. I think that's the best way to do it.
What's the name of that tower defense game that you, Justin, and I played that was so good and it took us so long?
King's
We had to
Armory.
play it over 2 days, I think.
Yeah, King's Armory.
That's a good game. And we leveled up. I remember at one point we got so far surprisingly with the little we had. At one point we were rolling. We were rolling so bad
I
and
wanted to
getting
try
the
to get.
highest
I wanted to
level
try to get
monsters.
all the expansions for it, but they were so pricey, and I just went.
The game is good
You
though.
can get it from their site, but it was kind of expensive to, to get 3 new cards to add to the treasure deck was almost like $10.
The only thing that was to get the items. Remember, you only got a certain amount of gold allotted to buy
Mhm.
items. That was the only thing that I didn't like because by the time that you could get these items, it was almost too late.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't introduce these items early enough, and they didn't allot. I feel like a larger amount of gold. I feel like they started with too little, maybe to
Mhm.
increase it and to introduce items even at the beginning of the game. Because there
Right.
are some cards we didn't even get to,
No, you're
like
right.
environmental cards and whatnot, or
Mhm.
there's something that we didn't even get to because it was too late.
Hmm.
But it was a good game.
It was a good game.
And you need the healer in there to play because she has the guardian, and there was a lot of times that guardian was our saving grace because it took all the damage.
Mhm.
You can't bring it back, but it had 16 HP, so when you had a
God,
high
yeah.
HP dragon, you could attack it from behind and
Mhm.
have the guardian tank it,
That was
and
there
it
were
saved
some
us.
brutal things in there. D&D can be tough games, but great fun. Yeah, they are. Temple of Elemental Evil had a good campaign. Yeah, I'm looking forward to really giving that a shot. This has probably been answered in the past, but Rob, what games, if any, does your life like? Uh, your does your wife like? Her favorite game is Hide the Paycheck. I get paid and I don't know where it went. So that's her first favorite game. Her second favorite game is shopping, and it's called to buy as many things as you can in a certain allotted time while I'm watching the dog. If you can get that done within 20 minutes, she wins. Her third favorite game, what's her third favorite game?
Real Housewives of every city in the United States.
Real House, that's not a game. Her favorite,
Is taking out as many reality TV shows in a week as she can.
her most favorite game is one that we play every weekend. It's called Guess Which Takeout I'm Dialing. And if you guess, you can get a free appetizer.
I like free food.
I'm waiting for her to scream any moment now. Thank God there's a 30-second delay. Temple of Elemental Evil is the one playing now, and wow, what a campaign system for a very simple rule set. See, we're gonna have to. That's right there.
Simple Elemental Evil.
Yeah, and I got some upgrades in that too. Rata Ashalon is tough but fun as well. See, that's another one. Do you have Fury of Dracula second or third edition? Do you feel that there are too many games coming out to give a proper playthrough? Nah, as long as there's games, I'll find time for them. But they really got to interest me. We're headed for what I consider a crash. And people are getting ready for it. It's happened in every form of media, and it's going to happen in this. When Electronic Arts started buying out all those smaller software companies, guess what? Now we have the Asmodee thing. It's a sign that here we go. It's going to happen, and you're going to get. There's going to come a point where there's only so many mechanics that you can come out with, and just like in the video game, the first-person shooter. How many first-person shooters can you see?
Yeah, and how many have been successful in the last, 5 years?
Yeah, and that's why these systems aren't taking off as much as they were. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you feel that there are too many? Oh, I already read that one. I was wondering if Talisman is good two-player game, or does it require 3 or more? It works in two-player.
You can play 2. I feel like it'd be half as long because you know who you're gonna target.
You could do it with 2. I think 3. I think 4 is the best.
Yeah.
5 is too much. 6 is too much. That's a good suggestion regarding the Adventurer's Companion. Might try create characters in some random dungeons next time. I agree with you regarding price and packaging. Continue. Manic should have done better. You do the same as Mrs. O, but with games, with game buying. Yes. Hide the paycheck in shopping. Ha ha ha. She didn't yell.
No.
She must have stopped watching. Oh, that means there must be a show on.
Or
What's
she's
today?
waiting till we're done.
Oh yeah, and then.
Oh, me and Mom are watching Married at First Sight.
Oh well,
So
there
we have to
you
finish
go.
that episode when we're
Well,
done.
there you go. Now that we have a little bit of break and we're caught up with the questions, let's draw out the first 5 of 10 names. And guess who gets a draw? Huh?
What do they win?
Well, I guess they win gift certificates to Cool Stuff, but how much we don't know. Shake it real good. Shake it. And there are going to be 10 winners, but we're drawing the first 5. Now, being drawn is the first part of this.
Some guys are never gonna get drawn.
You don't look in there.
Some are getting tucked under, so I'm like trying to give them a
Oh, I
chance.
see. Well, if they get tucked under, they get tucked under. Well, shake it real good then. Why don't you turn it upside down? Close the lid.
I'll use this fancy one.
Watch. Watch.
Wow.
And then you go. Ah, and then you're. Oh my God. Okay. So, the first person of this much drawing is
Matt Poiser.
Matt Poisner. You've made the list, my friend. Let me see it. And for official, it goes back in the box at the end of all 10. For those of you that were not here earlier, and we'll stop right there. Go ahead.
Chad Hinkle.
Chad Henkel. So, the first
Chad Hinkle.
person of this month's drawing is
Matt Poiser.
Matt Poison. Number 3. Uh-oh. Huh?
Drawing.
We're drawing 5 names.
Ginkgo Boboa. No, I'm kidding.
Kenko Bobo.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about that herb.
Golothica. It's. I actually know who this person is. Golothica. Hold on. Mimi's going to actually come and draw 1.
Some of them got textures.
Golothica. You are the 3rd one. Go ahead, Mim. Her back is hurting, but she wanted to draw at least 1. Say hi to everybody. Here.
Oh, there's a delay.
Oh, here. There you go. Go ahead. Stick your head in there.
I was just thinking about that earlier.
That's not one.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How
It's
come it's not on the paper?
because it's one from before. Right. Rika Flimpon. Hold on. There we go.
Recta Guff Flimpon. I don't want to say it wrong. I feel so bad.
Oh, good. I don't think it's gonna. Okay.
Rikti Guffimbon.
Okay, here, I'll just write it down. Of course, you got to be difficult and pick the one that nobody can say. Riktigaffimon. There we go. Okay, number 5. Go ahead, Vic. Don't look in. Make your hand up.
Choose another hard one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here, I'll just write it down.
Tony.
Tony.
Crostic?
Crostic. Tony Crostic.
Tony!
Tony.
You win.
Crostic. All right, that's 5. So we'll do the next 5 in about 20 minutes, right before we go off. So, just to go over how this all works, okay? We're keeping these names out for now, but supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, that's funny. We're keeping all these names out now, but they will go back into the box. What's going to happen is you will get a private email from me. I will have a special word for each one of these names. You will send that word back to my email. That way I know it's you that I've contacted. Once you do that, I will send you back the code. The code is a gift certificate. You go to Cool Stuff, you put it in. You can win anywhere from 10 to 20 to 50 to whatever dollars. Okay? That's what you will use. You put that code in and then it takes off. Some of it may take care of shipping, depending on where you want. Some of it will get you a free game. But either way, congratulations. Then, what happens is, after we draw these 10 names, all those names go back in the box. And then next week, we will start this process again where I will put up a video and then you will have to say that you want in again. Everybody that says they want in again will get to go into the box. So that means you will have 2 drawings where some may just have 1. And then in March, the beginning of March, we will have another 10 gift certificates and off they go. So just to let you know how much we've raised so far, We raised $123 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation just this month. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much. So fold it up and just close it.
You had it closed all fancy. I don't know how to do that. It was fancy.
Mimi did that.
Cardboard closes.
Okay, let's get back to our questions. Boy, we got behind. That's okay. So, question from my daughter, who's getting. Oh wait, we got to go back a little bit more. Hide the paycheck and shopping. Okay. Have you checked out Ghostbusters board game, Rob? We have it. We have not played it yet.
We do have it. I remember talking about it.
It just hasn't entered our wheelhouse yet. It will. I thought that, Pete, looking at the wall behind him. Is it behind her?
Ghostbusters?
It's somewhere.
Someone has good eyesight because I do not
No,
see it.
it's not. I don't think we've seen it. What are your opinions of Chaos Ball? Chaos Ball. That's right here.
You haven't even opened it.
No, I haven't even opened it yet. That's how much I think of Chaos Ball. I don't, with a lot of the sport games I have, I don't know. From what I've seen of it, I got it. I'm going to paint it. I may give it away. I'll be honest with you. I really don't think too much about it, especially since I'm a big Blood Bowl fan. I have Slaughter Ball, which I think might be a little bit better. I've got to try it and see where it ends up. I may just send it on its way. I'm not too sure. Or it just may be
Do
stuck.
a drawing for someone.
Yeah, we need to get.
Win this game. Never been opened. Touched by the hands of everybody in this household.
There you go. And also tonight we'll be giving away some games. So hang on, after the 10, there will be a game that will be given away. I'm painting my relic minx right now. You've got to try to convince them to play it, Rob. It's streamlined enough to help the game, but still true to the core mechanics. Oh, relic. I want them to play relic. They just don't want to play relic. That's this one here. It's the space version of Talisman.
Oh.
That's the only reason I haven't bought any of the expansions, because you guys
we're so
won't.
Talisman, but the minute anybody tries to
Talisman.
compare it to Talisman, we're like,
You guys shut down mentally. All right, question from my daughter, who's getting ready for school. Have you played Sushi Go?
yeah, it's like the best game.
We love
Justin
Sushi
has
Go.
the best rap.
Yeah, Justin does this whole rap with Sushi Go. It's annoying beyond words, but it's fun.
I actually won that last time we played.
Yes, you did.
I won. I killed.
Yeah.
I was a
It's either Mimi.
Or
Justin
you.
doesn't,
Justin doesn't really win.
Justin doesn't do well at Sushi
because
Go.
it's always about the sashimi.
Well, because everybody's always hate drafting him.
Yeah, well, it's his fault.
Yep. A guy at World is addicted to buying model kits. He hides them at work. Believe me, if I can hide games, I would. Minis. Oh, hides. Okay, got it. Minis. Whoops. Minis was better. I'm painting my relic minis now. Minx. Minx was better. It worked pretty good. Minx was better. They would be running away. Wife bought me the Bone Starter paint set for Valentine's Day. That's a little early, Mr. Troll. So hopefully I will be painting my game soon. We hope so too. The best minus whoops. Yippee. Congrats. Congrats, Matt. Yes, congratulations, Matt.
Excuse me.
You are a champ. Now it's just a matter of what you want. Uncle May, congrats. Yay, Matt's. Chad. A couple boys that are here a lot. I bought some bone minis to practice. They are super fun to paint. Good luck. Hope you enjoy. Oh, cool. There must be something wrong. None of these are my name. Well, Brandon, we still got 5 more names. Actually 6, because I'm going to be giving away a game for people that stick around to the end, which it should be in 15 minutes. These are not the names you are looking for. Yeah, I've tried that one. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's, yeah, that guy's name is ridiculous. I plan I plan on practicing on my sons, ninjas and cowboys, army men. Cowboy and army men. Yeah, that's a good way to practice. Another thing that I found that you can do for practicing, don't be afraid to go out and get a model kit, something that looks interesting, something that you want to take a look and paint. You know, you could probably get something for $20 down at a Hobby Lobby or something.
Like
I'll
that
be,
little goblin thing you got.
yeah, or a tank or a spaceship or something that you could just put together real quick
Because if you
and
mess up, at least you
because
mess
you
up on
messed
the
up, who
model
cares?
and
You
not on
messed
your
up on the model,
miniature.
and then at least you get the feel for your brushes and stuff. Uncle May, haha, Pete, you cracking me up. Let's see. Applause to all. How do you spell Victoria's name? Mimi.
M-I-M-I.
M-I. Sound is out. Sorry, refreshed. Okay, it wasn't us. Thank God. My sound is fine. Have you refreshed, Mario? Okay. When painting gold metallics and want them shiny, which wash do you suggest? The way I paint metallics is I'll go with like a lead belcher, which is a very dull silver, and I'll paint the main body of that. Then I'll take a Newell wash over it, Newland wash over it, very lightly. Let that dry, and then I'll take like a shining silver and dry brush just over that, so I don't lose any of that consistency. So you get that 3-layer melted 3D look, and that's all gold. Gold, it's the same thing in some instance. You know, I'll take a very dull gold. I'll take a brown, an Agrath Earthshade, which is a brown wash over it, and then just dry brush a really shiny gold.
I agree. Me and Justin were laughing about that a while back when we were looking at your paint. Oh, Algaraz brand. The colors are so intense. They have like the most insane names ever.
Yes, I know, but they're so good.
They're like, where did they come up with this stuff?
Doesn't matter what I want. I'll be happy with anything. It's free.
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Well, there's always suspense to it. That's what I meant. And free is good. How come it's not free for me, though? What the heck happened with this now? Okay. More comments below. Okay,
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so doesn't matter what I want. It's free. Yeah, thanks, Uncle. Congratulations to the guys who got drawn. Well, we still have 5 more, so don't run away. Is there a good starter paint set for models that you would recommend? Any of the Citadel sets, they have the nice $20 sets with the basic colors. The Army Builder one I heard is real good. It costs about 30 bucks. I think that is a very good starter set, so I would start with the Army Builder. And they're just as good paints. When painting, do you have a favorite size of mini? Me, I don't like doing big surfaces such as 40K tanks or big huge monstrous creatures. Sorry, am I the worst speller? No, you're fine, Uncle May. It doesn't bother me.
I'm sure the small ones are probably.
Well, they're a pain. Well, because I got to put this on.
And then get your magnifying glass.
Yeah, and then and this is me. They come in and they think I'm like from another world. Because I got like double lenses here. Oh God, I can read it now. But you know, I'm all double lensed and everything, and then put on the light for some things, and you know, stinks getting old. Don't get old.
But I've been blind since I was like 8. So what happened to me?
Hmm?
I've been blind.
Well,
since I
here you
was-
go then.
Whoa!
It's a new world, isn't it? It's a new world, young lady.
Here I'm on.
Okay. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm happy. I'm just trying to have a grateful heart. No, you should be like doing the Cabbage Patch right now in front of everybody. Is there a emoticon for the Cabbage Patch?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Mr. Magoo. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ah, Mr. Magoo. Fred Backus. Ugh, I need something to drink real quick. All right, where are we? We're 719. I wonder if we should draw the other 5 names. What, do you hear it? Out of the box of goodness? Don't get me wrong, I'm happy. I'm just trying to have a grateful heart. No, you should be like doing the Cabbage Patch right now. You can't look in. Oh, they're all folded. Oh, wait, hold on before you draw. Have you done a how to paint big stuff and brushes to use for dragons and stuff? Part of it you could see in what I did for the Blood Rage stuff, but I'm going to be doing some things. Yeah, which we haven't played yet. But I'm going to be doing a ton of stuff, a lot of stuff. We're redoing all our painting 101s and modernizing it and putting it into a categories. So I'm going to be doing some extensive work. You should be seeing these probably by the end of the weekend, I think. I hope. Weird question. Have you painted any games that don't have minis, like meeples, tokens, or anything like that? Oh God, I did paint something.
Did the Rampage guys come paint?
Yeah, they came painted. Something I did. I can't think of what it was. I can't think of it. I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. Unless it was Cosmic Encounter, I painted the little spaceships. If that counts. Drum roll. Okay. We're waiting. And number 6.
Rob German.
Robert German. You've made the list, and you're probably not even watching.
Rob, come get your free stuff.
You see, what I really should do is you have to watch this video to find out. And if you don't contact me, I don't know.
Well, we know Chad and Matt are definitely in the ringer.
No, we'll contact. We'll do it that way.
We can do it next time.
Maybe next one.
Spice it up.
Spice it up a little bit.
Jam strat. That sounds like
Jam strat.
Sounds like a lingo, like
frequent,
like a slang term.
Yeah, it does.
Jam strat.
Jam strat. He's always on here, just not tonight. Jam strat. You are number 7. Thought she said Rob Orn. Yes, I won.
Brugel. Gil.
Brewgeek.
Brewgeek.
It's I had bad writing.
Brew. If your first name is
Geek.
Brew.
You are number 8. 2 more. Rob German. Oh, they thought it was Rob Orn. No, Rob German.
That's pretty close.
Our boy Jam too. He's usually on, and he's always at the live playthroughs.
Deady.
Oh, the minute I wrote this name down, I knew it was going to. Deadite 76. Deadite 76. Deadite 76.
Deadite 76.
That's the way he spelled it.
6. I'm trying to pronounce it in a way that seems
7.
like...
Hold on now. 6. And finally, number 10.
Easiest name of the night.
Who?
Scott Wilson.
Scott.
Congratulations. I could read your name properly.
Wilson. Those are our 10 names. Now, hold on. Shake it up real good.
Oh.
I am giving away since we had such a good month with Dungeon Saga, I'm giving away the original games, which is Dwarfs King's Hold Ancient Grudge and Dwarf King's Hold Dead Rising. And they have all the miniatures and all the dungeon in here. It's the small dungeon thing. I think you guys will really like it. It's made by Jake Thornton. You'll really enjoy it. And the winner of that is
Ricardo Basul. Basoil.
Basul.
Basoil.
Okay,
Ricardo.
Ricardo, you have won Dwarf's Hold. Congratulations.
Basoil or Basul?
That one, he would have to contact us. If he gets a hold of us, we will give it to him. If not, it will roll over and be part of next month. So if we don't hear from him
In the next couple weeks.
by next Wednesday,
Oh my God.
next Q&A, those prizes will roll over and we will have another game on top of that. So then it'll be 3 games. Colin, I think you did enter it. I remember writing your name.
Enter next week?
No, no, this. So,
Oh.
all these names, go back in. For you 10 winners, if you're watching, I will
List them one more time.
get a hold of you. No, I got them all here.
But
all
for,
right
in
now.
case they're watching.
Hmm?
List them, like say it out loud in case they're watching.
Okay. For those who might have just came in, Matt Poiser, Chad Hinkle, Gothica, Riken Tigafipon, yeah,
Rick Tiga.
Rick
I'm so
Tigafipon,
sorry, Richter.
Tony Caustic, Rob Germain. You know, Mimi may be right. That might have been something that was stuck in there from something else. We're going to pull an alternate name because I'm going to go check the list. And if it's not in there the way it should be, you'll get an email from me. So we're going to pull an alternate.
Casey Hoff.
Casey Huff, you're an alternate if what I think,
If Rick Tiga, whatever.
yeah, it's not, did not, I have to confirm that. So
Casey Hoff.
Casey Huff. And if not, I'll make it right to you, Casey. So there you go. So maybe we'll have 11 winners. I'll just go to Cool Stuff and tell them. Okay, so the only thing is with Dwarf King's Hold, that is the rollover. And anybody that does not get back to me by by the time we go live, I will have a list, and if they do not get those special words to me, those certificates will roll over. Maybe we'll just draw them next week.
See how many?
Yeah.
Remember, Ricardo Basul. Ricardo.
Rick. No. Basul. So Ricardo, you have to watch this in order to win, and you need to get a hold of me or write in the comments of this very video that, hey, it's me, Ricardo Basul. There you go. Okay. Let's see if there's any last questions. It's 7:27, and we got to end this because I have to get ready. Remember that we have a live chat with Barry Reynolds at 8 o'clock. Congrats to all the winners. A progressive jackpot. Yeah, see, that's what I like. Make it fun. Make it fun, groovy. All you have to do is be a fan of this. That's all you have to do. Excellent. Well done, those who won. I hope you get your prizes. Well, of course they're going to get their prizes. And congratulations to everybody from myself. Janice, thank you so much for being here this week. It is a pleasure, as always, to have you talk nonstop. I believe that now you'll go have some oxygen. See, that's the only time you're quiet now. Well, got to get your makeup on. Yeah, no. I got to get my stuff ready for work in my pajamas. Us old people got to go to bed early.
I gotta play War Dragons.
War Dragons.
It's my current obsession in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's an online app for Apple,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my obsession.
Well, there you go.
Been playing it nonstop for 9 months now.
Well, with that said, it is now 7:30. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of Q&A and other stuff. Wait, how did we enter? Just by subscribing? All you had to do was I had a page that said Cool Stuff Contest, and all you had to do was write, I want in. It was as simple as that. So look for the next one. If you're not in this one, all you have to do is the next time look for the video and just put in I want in, and you're good to go. By the way, the video quality is top notch now.
Yay!
The last few have been great. Thanks so much. We are on top of stuff, and we are going to keep bringing you guys the best that we possibly can. We went crazy with technology lately, and there you go. Matt's got to go. I got to
Maybe
bail.
next time
I got to bail to
I'll
grab
wear
the warrant.
I'll cosplay in a wig or something.
Well, there you go.
Do some
Thanks for
fancy.
joining me, Janice. Thanks to Justin for coming by. And Mimi, get better. And we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same channel.
Bye. Say bye, Lily.
Stop